This morning, as America and Israel's massive attack on Iran intensifies, 3 American F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets were downed in a friendly fire incident in Kuwait. One jet seen with smoke and fire coming from the back as it falls from the sky in a spin, a parachute visible in the distance floating to safety. All of the 6 crew members survived. The Pentagon confirming the jets shot down by Kuwaiti air defense systems, saying it's investigating. And now we're learning more about the first American casualties. At least 4 American service members killed in an Iranian attack in Kuwait, another 5 severely injured. President Trump responding to the news in a new video posted to social media.
We grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives.
Adding this ominous warning.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more.
Amid the escalating conflict, Trump also saying the joint operation could last up to 4 weeks. And this morning, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Dan Kane sharing new details on the operation dubbed Epic Fury.
We fight to win. We fight to achieve the objectives the President of the United States has laid out, and we will do so unapologetically.
Kane describing the first hours of the assault.
More than 100 aircraft launched from land, sea, fighters, tankers, airborne early warning, electronic attack, bombers from the states and unmanned platforms, forming a single synchronized wave.
The Pentagon saying more U.S. forces will be headed to the region.
This rapid buildup of forces demonstrated the joint forces' ability to adapt and project power at the time and place of our nation's choosing.
This is the moment in the first wave of the attack that officials say the 86-year-old Ayatollah was killed, along with several of the top leadership. The U.S. deploying an array of high-scale military assets, including B-2 stealth bombers armed with 2,000-pound bombs. The president saying multiple Iranian Navy ships were also destroyed, sinking into the water, claiming Iran's top military leaders want to surrender.
The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity.
Iran saying at least 555 people in the country have been killed, and the death toll rising. More than 150, according to state media, in an airstrike on a girls' school in the southern city of Minab. Verified videos also showing damage to a hospital in Tehran, shattered glass strewn across the floor. Iran's promised retaliation, immediate and furious. Launching a fierce assault on U.S. bases around the region, including Bahrain and Israel. Meanwhile, inside Iran, some celebrating the Ayatollah's death, while thousands take to the street, some chanting "Death to America." Questions now mounting about what's next for Iran's people and the regime. George asking Iran's foreign minister on This Week.
Who's in charge of Iran right now?
There is a procedure set in our constitution then that when we lose the supreme leader, there would be a new one elected by the Assembly of Experts. And now we have started the procedure.
Well, a couple of developments. Firstly, Israel opening up a second front in Lebanon after strikes by Hezbollah. Many feared that. Secondly, inside Iran, you now have this leadership council effectively running things. Although the structures of power have been disrupted, they are still intact. And despite President Trump saying the Iranians want to negotiate, Ali Larijani, the head of the Supreme National Security Council, today saying very explicitly, we will not negotiate with the United States. George?
And the strikes have expanded. Okay, and thanks very much.